in our last session, I have told that a crisis cannot be prevented. It is bound to happen because of the innovation. Now I will tell what measures the Government of India and SEBI has taken to prevent the security scam. In recent past, it's not in recent past, in 1992, it's almost more than 20 years ago, one scam broke down. That is called WhatsApp Meta scam. I think most of you know about the WhatsApp Meta scam and also the reason, what the reason behind is. In that scam, two banks winded up. The Bank of Bakarar and the Metropolitan Cooperative Bank. After that scam, SEBI Act was enacted in 92. This scam broke down in 92 and the SEBI Act was enacted in 92. Though SEBI was formed in 88, there was no effect. So immediately the government thought, no, SEBI should be empowered to prevent the further crisis or to tackle the further crisis. In 94, the government formed NSC, National Stock Exchange. From day one, NSC was a corporatized exchange, not like BSE. BSE was run by a group of brokers, association of brokers. When NSC was formed, it was managed by the professional people. There was no interference of the broking community. Then, when a clearing corporation was set up, what is the role of a clearing corporation? To settle the trades. Trading platform will be provided by the exchange and settlement will be done to the clearing corporation. And the clearing corporation will provide the counterparty risk. Each and every trade is backed by a counterparty risk. Again in 96, the Depository Act was enacted and the two depositories were formed, NSDL and CDSL. In the same year, this open outcry system was replaced with an online trading system. When there was an open outcry system, we had almost 24 exchanges. We had one exchange in each state capital that would take care of their own jurisdiction. In 96, our online trading platform came. And as on date, we have trading terminals over more than 500 cities in the country. And the regional stock exchanges are now defunct. Those exchanges now will meet their natural death. It's no more required. One settlement guarantee fund was also set up. Why a settlement guarantee fund is required? SGA, confused SGA, settlement guarantee fund. Why that is required? Suppose to say our settlement, that point of time the settlement was a weekly settlement. One point of time was a monthly settlement, it was again switched over to fortnightly settlement, then weekly settlement, now it's a rolling settlement. What do you mean by weekly settlement? If somebody buys his stock on Monday, he can square up his position by Friday or any day during these 5 days. But in the rolling settlement scenario, you are getting only 1 day. If you are buying the stock today, you have to square up the position today itself. And initially we got the T plus 5 rolling settlement. Now T plus 2 daily settlement is there. If you are buying the stock today, you will get your money on the third day, T plus 2. These are the broad measures SEBI and the government has taken post person latest term. Again, in 2001, when the dot-com bubble burst in 2000, then in 2001, Ketan Parekh scam broke out. The reason more or less same. It's completely fraud. You see, that time 2 banks were collapsed. In the Ketan Parekh scam also 2 banks collapsed. What are those banks? One is Madhapura Cooperative Bank and one is a Global Trust Bank. Global Trust Bank, they are taking the high exposure. They are not following the prudential norms set by the central bank. They had the nexus. This bank promoters had the nexus with the brokers. This is not only the Ketan Parekh. Ketan Parekh had a group of front entities. That time I was in Calcutta. The K10 stocks, the price discovery of all K10 stocks were done from Calcutta because of unofficial Badla system. So this Badla system we abolished. We banned the Badla system, Badla of all firms in 2001. Then we brought the F&O segment, future and option segment. This is future and option. This is the polished version of the Badla. This you can carry forward your transaction. And in Badla system, in the F&O segment, the risk management is very stringent. Online, the exposure of the brokers are monitored on a real-time basis. And the margin, the initial margin and MTM margin, they are calculated on 6 times a day. Almost in every half an hour, 1 hour, that margin is calculated. If there is a shortfall in the margin, there will be a margin call from the broker. Then post-2001 crisis, during that crisis, one stock exchange also collapsed. That's the Calcutta Stock Exchange. There are 3 groups. They formed 10 entities. And they jack up all the K10 stocks to a big point. And after the Telka issue, then the market collapsed. That time, some around 120 crores, that was in the SGF, what I told you, the settlement guarantee fund, that was used for the settlement purpose. Because that time the brokers, they simply told, we don't have any money, whatever we want to do, we do. Then what will happen? Then how the counterparty risk will be taken care? That is the reason why we had a SGF. That SGF 120 crores was diverted to this settlement process. Then automatically that exchange collapsed. One point of time, it was the 3rd biggest exchange. Now it is no better than the regional stock exchange. Now they are struggling to survive. Calcutta Stock Exchange. And also we have brought the index-based circuit filter. What is index-based circuit filter? Why it cannot be stock-based? Although we have some circuit filters on applications of individual stocks. So one stock is liquidity is very less, or 100% stocks have not been dematerialized. There we put those stocks in a T40, trade for trade rates. Each trade should be settled. That cannot be square. But a rolling settlement scenario, there cannot be a script-based circuit printer. Suppose I buy some stock today. Due to any eventuality, suppose the stock price went up to 10%, I put the circuit there. Then they cannot square up the position. Then they have to take the delivery.